We are here, guys. We have finally made it. NASCAR season is back. And you know what that means? It's time to do some NASCAR Diecast news. So what's going on, Diecast collectors? This is OBB, the Diecast News Guy, and welcome to another new episode of the NASCAR Diecast News, episode 3 of this final season of the NASCAR Diecast News. And I tell you what, guys, I am looking forward to bring all this new news that we got for this week, guys. And literally, like, last week was the last episode of the Diecast News, so it looks like we are getting things back on schedule, and I'm glad, because so far the season has been off to a great start, and I'm hoping to provide you guys more as the year goes on. And my God, guys, we've got NASCAR racing. NASCAR racing season is finally here, and I am just looking forward to it, guys. Hope you guys are going to be looking forward to the Busch Clash, which is going to be on Sunday towards the late afternoon, right around 3 o'clock-ish for you Eastern people. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, guys. But to get us all hyped up, we got ourselves a lot of cool-looking we got the big three to be talking about. We got some newly released diecasts, a special exclusive diecast to be talking about that I believe you can probably get the tracks now if you're at Daytona. It's definitely going to be a hot seller, that's for certain. But there's only limited quantities of it, but we'll be talking about it momentarily. We also got some new pre-orders as well, a shitload of pre-orders. I'm talking about like 30 plus pre-orders, so that's going to be interesting to fly through that. One cancellation as well, and we do got some big breaking news regarding of a new NASCAR diecast manufacturer that LIONEL might have to get worried about. And also, there might be a return of name banners for 164 diecast. Ooh, this is going to be a crazy episode, as I'm going to go ahead and shut up, and let's get on to this new episode of the Diecast News. But before myself and everybody else included in this, let's go ahead and show that cheaply made slideshow of what we're going to be expected for this episode. Alrighty, guys, welcome back, and let's go ahead and get the ball rolling, guys. So we got some new 164 releases to be talking about, and all these 164 releases that I am talking about, including the special one towards the end of this. These are all available for purchase in both scales, so you can get them in the 164 scale and the 124 ARC scale. But I'm going to talk about the 164s like I always do first, and then get on to the 124 exclusives. And the first one up, we got to talk about Kyle Busch's 2019 Snickers Don's Throwback for Joe Gibbs Racing in the Toyota Camry mold. So, yeah, I mean, it's about time we finally got a Snickers throwback, especially for, you know, the throwback diecast. Those have always been great sellers. Majority of them got canceled throughout the last few years, but really nice looking. And plus, we also are going to be getting this car in one of the newest waves for NASCAR Authentics. So, looking forward to that. Yeah, really nice looking, guys. I mean, feel free to check out my latest Wave reviews because I did talk about this car. I think it was either Wave 11 or Wave 12, but I believe Wave 11. So, but if you guys can't wait any longer, because I know Wave 10 has now hit the stores, then go out and get this diecast. And I must say, it is a great looking diecast. And feel free to check out a Diecast Buffet's review on this car because I believe he is going to be getting it. I heard him talk about it in a video. So, yeah. Looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to pick that car up as well when it gets released in NASCAR Authentics. But solid looking car, guys. I mean, it is really, and this is actually a throwback to an actual paint scheme that a Snickers car drove back then. I can't remember the name of it, but it definitely looks very retro. I will say that. And plus, I do love me some Snickers, so can't go wrong with that. Next up, we got to talk about the fan favorite paint scheme, the paint scheme that beat a Chase Elliott. Yes! We gotta talk about the Mr. Machine car, and by that I mean Scooby-Doo, you bunch of Scooby snackers. But yeah, guys, the Scooby-Doo Corey LaJoie King Parts Ford Mustang 4 Go Fast Racing. This car was not expected to get released till April, but since there was a lot of demand for it, and by the time I am already uploading this, Plan B sales is already sold out for the 124 scale in every version, like a special finish or I think the Elite was also made as well. Every 124 scale version of this car has been sold out. So good luck trying to find this. But for the 164 collectors out there, including myself, this is a must get. I mean, this paint scheme, man, is just, whoo, I love it, man. It's the Mr. Machine colors, and they got it right, guys. I mean, oh my God, this paint scheme is just fire. Fire indeed, man. I mean, my God. I mean, it's simple, but also bright and vibrant. And plus, if you guys love the Scooby-Doo, the Scooby-Doo cartoon, like I did when I reviewed Zombie Island, when I reviewed the Zombie Island car, my God, definitely is a must get for sure, especially since this is the most favorite paint scheme for 2019. So definitely, absolutely is a must get for sure, unless it gets released in NASCAR Authentics. But I don't know, guys. I mean, we did have Corey LaJoie. We've had some Corey LaJoie diecasts released before in NASCAR Authentics, so maybe it will get released there. But I would get this car while you can, guys, because it is a hot seller for sure. Now to get on some 2020 diecasts, and we got to talk about yet another Kevin Harvick car. We're going to be getting a lot of his cars very shortly for this season. It is his Mobile One car that might look very familiar for anybody who saw this car last year, excluding that it does have the the new NASCAR Cup Series logo on this, and probably will have some quality issues. I mean, I've already seen some 2020 diecast reviews, and there's like some, yeah, quality is not looking good. But then again, LIONEL Racing, what else is new? All right, we can move on from that. But yeah, the Mobile One car, guys, really nice looking. I mean, I still like that metallic flame that we got right there. It is very simple, but hopefully next year we will get a change up because it is starting to get a little bit old. But you know, a second year for it ain't too bad. But probably a third year for next year with the new car. Probably I think it's time for a change, but still a solid looking car, especially if you guys out there who did not got the 2019 variant, then this is your chance. And now we got to talk about an exclusive car, and I got to give a quick shout out to a UNCC diecast boy. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I probably just totally butchered it, but I did give credit to the photograph of this on my Instagram and Facebook pages. So if you guys saw my post about that, you guys know who posted this photo. But I could probably completely butchered her name. But if you are watching this, whoever you are, I know who you are. Hopefully you are laughing your ass off because I just did that. But we got to talk about a very early release that was at the LIONEL Racing retail store. And I don't know if it's worth $9. This car was sold for $9 because it is known as an advanced run car. By that means, it's basically like, you know how the cars used to get air frighted from Plan B sales? This is basically kind of like what they did. But you guys probably wonder what the hell it is. We're going to be talking about Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s 2020 Hellman's Xfinity Chevrolet Camaro for Junior Motorsports. Yes, already. This car's already released, but in limited quantities. I mean, the full-scale release is not going to be released until sometime around the first couple months after the season starts. So, you know, probably, I think the estimated ETA was supposed to be around June-ish or towards the summertime-ish or so. But a very early release. I mean, as you could tell, there is definitely a high demand. But let's, you know, this is a pretty nice-looking car, guys. But like I said before, you are getting really overcharged for this. And I bet your ass that this car is also going to be at the Junior Motorsports hauler as well. Kind of like the same thing they did with the Dale Jr. Hellman's throwback car from last year. I know I was at Watkins Glen during that race, and they had an early release of that. So seems like this is a typical thing that they do, especially for a popular driver like Dale Earnhardt Jr. So I believe the 124 scale ARC version was also available as well, and it was overpriced. I think it was around $60 because remember, the 124 ARCs, they have gone up for $3 now. So yeah, we're going to be expecting $60 diecast, guys, for the ARCs, which are just mostly plastic. So crap. But, and speaking of crap, let's look at that box. I mean, look at that 8. The 8 on that box. Wow, that's some really bad photoshopping right there. Holy crap, they literally just took the 2017 or 16 Hellman's car and just took out one of the 8s and just put it on there. I mean, my God, you can definitely tell that this car is rushed. But a really cool looking box. And if you guys actually look at the sticker, that this is a special car. Like I just mentioned, it is the advanced run car, which, you know, it's going to be limited time. I mean, but that's how you can differentiate from that. But so this ain't the standard release, guys. So there will be limited quantities, and once they are out, they are out. So get them while you can. But like I said, you can only get this at the Lionel Racing retail store if you live in North Carolina. But I bet your ass, like I said, they are probably at the Junior Motorsports Hauler at Daytona as we speak. So who knows? But that is going to wrap up on your 164 diecast, guys. And now it's time to get on to the 124 exclusives. And I'm only going to be talking about the 124 exclusives. These are all the diecasts that are not going to be released in the 164 scale until further notice. And the first one up, we got to talk about a pretty boring looking car that won, you know, a pretty boring race. It used to be a crown jewel race, but my God, the state of this race is literally just a fucking dead decay. It is Kevin Harvick's 2019 Mobile One Brickyard 400 raced version. Yeah, this is Kevin Harvick. He got his, I believe this was his second Brickyard 400 win. And yeah, I mean, this is when I think he won like 3 straight races in a row, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, if you guys like the 3-piece and see guys like him, you know, winning races back to back to back, kind of like my boy MTJ, then go on and get this, guys. I mean, it is a pretty clean raced version, but if you guys were at this race, I know Winval probably would get this, since, you know, he always attends those races. Shout out to Winval 8820 as well. Really cool guy, you know, guy love cozy. But yeah, really nice looking diecast for the Harvick fans out there. Next up, we got to talk about some Mustache Man's Brett Moffitt in his number 24 Midnight Moon Moonshine Bristol truck. I didn't say car, truck race win diecast. Already can tell right off the bat, this car is mounted on a plastic base, so it is going to be a bitch to get off because, you know, it's a moonshine car. And if you guys don't know, moonshine is alcohol. Just ask Smoke Carbon. But, yeah, I mean, this is a great looking diecast. It kind of looks like it has a matte finish to it, but such a simple looking paint scheme. But hey, I mean, Brad Moffitt, man. I mean, it's another diecast that you guys can get. It's a shame they couldn't get this in the 164 scale because it would have been nice, but probably never going to see in the 164 car in the 164 scale because, well, I know they can't release a moonshine car in NASCAR Authentics. I mean, my God, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen right there. All the upset PC parents are going to get crazy over that. But yeah, I mean, this is a great looking truck, guys. I do like that. I mean, and the playoff blue banners and the splitters and the spoiler does look really nice on this. I mean, the blue does kind of go well with this paint scheme. So let's say definitely a must get for sure for the Moffitt fans. Now let's talk about probably the worst looking Don's throwback car from 2019, and it was canceled in the 164 scale, but got me in the 124 scale. Sorry to all you Larson fans out there, but we got to talk about his Don's throwback car, the Clover car. I know this is supposed to be a throwback to Ricky Craven's Kodiak car that he drove in his Whitson days, but my God, it definitely did not suit well with this car. I mean, just what an ugly looking throwback. It is very ugly. I mean, if you guys want to talk about mixed match car, this one right here is no exception. Especially the McDonald's logo just does not go well with this paint scheme at all. And just, as Gordon Ramsay would say, this is a damn bloody mess. I mean, holy crap, man. But if you guys do love weird diecast, or, you know, love being mixed matched, I mean, heck, I guess you go out and get this, but I probably wait for his Dover win because that car looks a lot more better looking than this interesting thing. I don't want to say too much because I don't want to trigger the Larson fans, but yeah, it's not a nice looking car, but it is there if you guys want it and if you guys love the throwbacks, but I suggest skipping out on it. But that's just my opinion, so, you know, nothing wrong with that. And to wrap it up on the 124 exclusives. Probably got to talk about probably the most hyped up diecast. And I know Danny B Talks has been waiting to get this car released. Well, your wish has been finally solved, Danny B. Shout out to him as well. We got to talk about Alex Bowman's number 88 Exalta Chicagoland race to win. His first cup win, guys. My God, his first cup win. And this car is literally littered in confetti. I mean, my God, in the burned out quarter panel. I mean, my God, this diecast looks really cool. I mean, yeah, it's Exalted scheme that, you know, people have already got burned out of, but he wanted this scheme, and it looks so much nicer with all the confetti and the marks, and I'm still surprised that they didn't put this car in NASCAR Authentics because, you know, this is a pretty popular diecast. Hence why I still complained about Wave 12 because, you know, the lack of variety that they had and the choices they made. This would have been a great car to showcase in Wave 12, but, you know, maybe they'll do it for the 2020 waves because we're going on to there. I am talking a lot about NASCAR Authentics in this video, but, you know, I mean, as you can tell by, you know, where I'm at, I do collect diecast, so, you know, just saying. But this is a great looking diecast regardless, if you guys love your race wins. And I lied, we do got one more Alex Bowman card to be talking about, and probably not as popular as the other ones, but I believe he also drove this car at Watkins Glen as well, so that I got to see this car. It is the Nationwide Children's Hospital car, and it's basically the scheme that he drove 2 years ago, where it was white, but they inverted it and decided to go with the baby blue to it. And this is probably, I believe, the final Nationwide car that has been released for Alex Bowman. So, I mean, if you guys if you guys love your Nationwide sponsorships, then might as well get this, because as you guys know, this is old news, Nationwide is no longer a sponsor in NASCAR, period. So, which is a damn shame, because, you know, they were a very loyal sponsor for not only Henry Motorsports, but Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Alex Bowman. But sad to see them go, but, you know, it's still a cool looking paint scheme. I think the baby blue does work out really well with this car, especially with the blue numbers. Usually, you know, two versions of the same color don't really work well, but this one does work pretty well, and you know, it's not a bad looking car. I mean, definitely better than the Lumar window film, I will say that. But that wraps up on your 124 exclusives, and now I am probably about to do a record, guys. I mean, my God, the 10 years I've done the diecast news, I don't think I'm about to do as anything I'm about to do right here. We got to talk about some new pre-orders, guys, and I believe, let's see, I'm literally scrolling down a list. We got to talk about, I believe, 30 well, not really 30, 21. I don't know why I said 30 in the intro, but yeah, 21 pre-orders. So hopefully this will wrap up fast, because I have a lot of other stuff to talk about in this video. So here we guys go. Keep up, all right? Because I'm going to go through these very freaking quick. So in numerical order, let's get this shit going. We got to talk about Michael Onnett's #1 Pilot Flying J car for Junior Motorsports and Chevrolet Camaro car. And we do got a lot of Xfinity diecast to be talking about in this as well, and a truck as well. So some good variety in the pre-orders. But yeah, I mean, we do got a different paint scheme for Michael Onnet. This paint scheme doesn't look too bad, but however, though, I do see some render flaws. If you look where the Pilot logo is on the corner, on the side of the car, and then if you look on the top version of the car, look at the same side. I mean, look at the driver's side. Look at the driver's side, where the Pilot logo is supposed to be. X is Flying J. So I don't know which render is correct. We'll probably have to see when the actual car comes out, or when they release the car, which I'm sure they did. But yeah, I know, man, they love screwing up on the renders, but that's not the only render fail we got to talk about. When we get to the Justin Allgaier car, I'll mention that in a second. But that is pretty laughable right there. So, you know, typical Lionel, they even screw up renders. But that's available for pre-order in all scales. Next up, we got some Kurt Busch diecast to be talking about. This ain't really a new pre-order, but they finally showed the updated render of Kurt Busch's gear wrench car. And and a lot of people are wondering, like, oh Christ, because if you guys don't know, the 124 and the 164s are still available for pre-order. I think the 124 Elite got canceled, from what I know. It's been a few weeks now since we heard about this car, but really do like this paint scheme. It definitely, there's a lot more to it than they definitely went with the different design compared to last year's. They add a white to this paint scheme, which looks really cool. And no, the Monster logo is not going to be on the 164, guys. A lot of people have been still asking me that. They are never going to put Monster Energy logos on 164 diecast, ever. I mean, times I got to say that, but never, guys. We will never see that green M on a toy scale car. Never. It's never going to happen, unless there's custom makers, but not from Lionel. No siree, Bob. But that's a great looking pre-order. Next up, we got to talk about the basic Monster Energy card. That's available for pre-order again. Like I said, it's only going to be available for pre-order in the 124 scales, so no 164 Monster logo, unless you want an unsponsored Kurt Busch card, but hey, that's going to look like crap. I'm just saying. Next up, we got to talk about a Kevin Harvick diecast that is going to, well, a Kevin Harvick pre-order that hopefully will be a diecast that he will be running at the Busch Clash, which ironically, it's a Busch car. We got to talk about his Busch Light hashtag pit for Busch. So it looks like they're doing the hashtags again, kind of like they did with the car to can car from last year. They decided to go with flames, and I must say, this is a really fresh looking car. It's a lot more simpler compared to his standard Busch Light car, which I did review on my channel, the 2020 car, which, you know, quality wise was crap, but my God, I mean, that was a beautiful looking paint scheme. But this is a very cool looking design. I mean, again, we have another car that does the flames. I mean, Exalta, I know they don't copyright the flames, but, you know, everyone's kind of going on the flame bandwagon now, if you know what I mean. Corey LaJoie did it with his Shuttler Systems car from the last episode of the Diecast News, and now with this. But still like it regardless, though. The blue number 4 is still kind of odd, but I think it just blends in just enough. I mean, if the flame did extend a little bit more, then that blue number 4 would have looked odd, but I say this paint scheme looks a-okay. Next up, we got to talk about, now here's another flaw that Lionel made. It's Justin Allgaier's Brandt's car. So nothing really changed to this car compared to last year's. But look at the name banner, guys. The name banner is actually inaccurate. It's actually supposed to be, only supposed to be an Xfinity logo and, well, here's the name banner. And then one side's supposed to have the Xfinity logo and the other one's supposed to have the driver's name. Here it has the driver's name in the middle with both Xfinity banners, and that's inaccurate. I mean, I believe that's from what it looks like if you look at the others, like Michael Onetz and his teammates I'm about to show you guys, which are, we got some new drivers in the number 8 car, guys. Well, this one ain't really new. He's making a return in the 8, just like he did last year. Hopefully this car will get made, but it is the Jetbird's number 8 State Water Heater Chevrolet Camaro for Junior Motorsports. A really nice looking diecast, and I am digging the paint scheme as well on this. I mean, a nice, cool looking paint scheme for Jetbird. And we also got to talk about Daniel Hemrick, guys. He's going to be a hot driver to be talking about, especially for the Xfinity Series, because, you know, we didn't think he was going to have a ride, but he got a ride with Junior Motorsports, and it looks like he will be driving for a majority of the season in this 8 car. Not full time, but majority. And it looks like one of his sponsors, Poppy Bank, that we did got a 124 scale version of this car in his Cup car last year. So cool to see Poppy Bank stopping on board and getting a pre-order up. So all you Hemrick fans out there, get the ball rolling, because, you know, we've had a lot of 8 diecast released last year for the Xfinity Series. So this would be another great looking car. Now this one, this one's actually kind of a cool diecast, but I would laugh my ass off if Lionel actually has trouble or gets this car canceled. It would be kind of ironic, but let's just say Lionel Racing and NASCAR Authentics are going to be sponsoring a car, and that is going to be Noah Gragson at the Charlotte Roval Race. So yeah, guys, this was definitely a big surprise. I mean, Lionel did tease it on the day after they made the wave announcement for Wave 12. So, I mean, there was a tease. It was called #driven by diecast, and this is what they meant right here. I was like, what are they doing? They do like another contest? But no, it was just an announcement since they are going to be sponsoring their car, which, you know, that's pretty cool. I mean, we haven't had Lionel Racing sponsored a car since, I think, Josh Wise, in 2013 or 14. You guys remember that little car that they remember when Josh Wise used to drive the 7 Xfinity car? Oh, that was back in the Nationwide days. I mean, man, don't we all feel old yet? Hope so. I'm going to get the white gray hair soon. Don't push it too self, Brian. But yeah, this diecast looks really cool. But my God, like I just said, will it be ironic if this car gets canceled due to licensing issues? I mean, that's going to be sketchy, Lionel. I mean, if that's going to be the case, oh my God, that's going to be the next epic fail right there. And I can't wait when that happens. But for real, guys, I mean, and plus NASCAR Authentics is also going to be on a sponsor on the corner panel, which that's pretty cool. I mean, it's cool NASCAR Authentics is getting so much publicity now. I mean, they kind of have now with the fix, but now they're going to be on an actual race car. I mean, my God, that is really cool. So glad to see the NASCAR Authentics line is going to get some TV time now. So I'm digging that for sure. So really nice. Next up, we got to talk about Chase Elliott's number 9 Hooters Night Owl Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 400 Motorsports. Looks like we got another new look for the Hooters scheme, and we are going a lot more darker a lot more darker than usual. I mean, I'm assuming he's going to drive this at the Bristol night race. I mean, but I don't know yet. I mean, but hopefully he'll drive it more than that, because I'm digging this Hooters car. I mean, usually they just do white and orange, but they decided to do black, and it looks really nice. And it looks like it's got a matte finish to it, so that is available for pre-order. And we got some more Chase Elliott diecast, guys. We got his Kelly Blue Book car, which is in another new look as well. This car has a lot more gold to it, but I am nervous of the metallic finish. Will we have another year of that? Hopefully Lionel will not screw this car up. Otherwise, this will be the third year in a row that the Kelly Blue Book car will have a screwed up metallic finish. And only time can tell. Hopefully, with the new Chevrolet Camaro mold, it will be worth the wait. As you guys know, that all the Chevrolet Camaro molds will be on the updated 1LE mold. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. So that's that. And we also got to talk about his Universe car as well, which, as you guys know, that carried over from William Byron, and now it's going to be sponsoring Chase Elliott. So nice looking, refreshing paint schemes that we got right here. I'm probably digging the Hooters one the best, but all three of those are available for pre-order. Now we got to talk about Ross Chastain's Nutrien Ag Solutions. This car was at a promo last year, but now it looks like it's going to be released in the standard releases. So go and get the ball rolling on that one. We got to talk about Kyle Busch's Skittles Dips car, and my God, we actually have a different Skittles scheme, so that's pretty interesting. It's the best looking diecast. I mean, it looks like a lot's going on, but I mean, it's different. And Skittles Dips, man, I do have a review about that. If you guys remember the little Yogos, those little yogurt bites, they're called Yogos. That's basically what they taste like. So, you know, not bad, if I could just say that. But yeah. Here's also the updated render from Martin Truck Exchange Bash Pro Shops cars, so it looks like Lionel did update that. So otherwise, I would have been one pissed off mofo if they didn't update it. But yeah, I'm really digging this paint scheme, guys. I mean, black numbers is gonna be something to get used to, but I mean, yeah, those look really cool. Although, I mean, I want to know what the hell's going on with the corner panel, because there's nothing, it's all black. I mean, I can't complain with that, but just like, I don't know, something else could have been done. I don't know, it's just me, or does that render look kind of odd with the black outline where the front headlight is? I don't know. Is that supposed to look like that? I don't know. No lie, no, they can screw up renders, but I don't know. That my OCD is saying, oh, that looks wrong. But now let's talk about a basic paint scheme, and it's Harrison Burnham's Dex Imaging Toyota Supra for Joe Gibbs Racing in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Big disappointment. I was kind of hyped up to see what his paint scheme was going to look like, because you guys know Christopher Bell is moving from the 20 to the 95 for Levi Family Racing, and Harrison Burton. I got my Burns mixed up. Harrison Burton is going to be running in the Xfinity Series full time for Joe Gibbs Racing, and I preferred his 18 car from last year. It did got canceled, but its paint scheme is very bland, and I wouldn't be surprised if it gets canceled. But it is a Toyota Supra diecast, so yeah. Man, almost over, guys. Almost, but I still got a lot more to talk about. Here's also another updated render of Joey Logano's Pennzoil Ford Mustang. This car actually has red numbers to it, and they changed some different contingency logos for the Pennzoil logo. And so, yeah, I mean, about time we got some differences. I mean, I am digging the red numbers because, you know, red numbers on a Pennzoil scheme, and it's yellow. I mean, definitely screams Yellow Submarine, but, you know, this is NASCAR, but, you know, I'm getting some vibes from it. Just saying, you know. I'm an IndyCar and NASCAR fan. Nothing wrong with that. Making comparisons. Rob's gonna kick my ass after saying that. But I'm digging it. We also got Ryan Priest's number 37 Cottonelle Chevrolet Camaro ZL1. Yeah, the Cottonelle sponsorship is returning, stepping up as a full-time sponsor. I mean, heck, I think the last time we had a Cottonelle diecast was with Chip Ganassi Racing with Kyle Larson, the purple car. So I know David Land loved that one. So cool to see Cottonelle back as a full-time sponsor, and we're gonna have a diecast made for it. So that's really cool. Plus, Ryan Priest is in 37, so that's gonna be something to watch. We also got another one of your rookies who's going to be competing for Rookie of the Year this year. Probably going to be the most underrated one, to say the least, compared to the big three. It is John Henry Nemechek's number 38 Sit Guard Ford Mustang for Front Row Motorsports. Yeah, Sit Guard. I mean, I believe that is a I believe that is owned by Sitco, if I'm not mistaken, because Sit Guard, isn't that what Jeff Burton's Sitco car used to be, or am I thinking of something else? But I don't know. I mean, if that's the case, that's cool that they brought that sponsor back. I don't know. I mean, I I don't know. I feel like that's a different sponsor, but still a cool looking diecast regardless. And I don't. Part of me says it might get canceled, but who knows? I mean, this is but John Hurt Neiman Chick diecast. I mean, they're literally a hit or miss, but that's available for pre-order. Like I promised about Bubba Wallace and the U.S. Warthog car. Yep, that's making a return, guys. We got this U.S. Air Force Warthog car that is making a return, and it's available for pre-order in both scales. So the fan favorite paint scheme is back for 2020, like I promised. If you guys didn't saw my 2019 review, we're almost done with the pre-orders, guys. Now we got to talk about our first 2020 truck pre-order, and oh boy, it's an East Motorsports car, and it is, as I just said, it's a car, but it's a truck, but whatever. We gotta talk about Natalie Decker's number 44 and 29 Technologies truck. Yeah, this is available for pre-order. It's probably still gonna be made regardless, but you know, we'll see how she does. But got a feeling she's probably gonna wreck. Just saying. But yeah, Natalie Decker, guys. That's that. And the final car to be talking about, that's not a truck. It is Alex Moment's number 88 Valvoline Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 for Head Motorsports. This is the same Valvoline scheme that we've had for the last 2 years, but I still love it. So if you guys love the Valvoline scheme, go out and get it. However, though, I do not see the Cup Series logo on this, so another Lionel render fail right there. So they have the Cup Series banner, but where the hell is the Cup Series logo? I don't know. Maybe they decided to leave with the contingencies too, because look at that car. It has no contingencies. I swear, this car looks like a test car, for Christ's sake. No contingencies. My God. But yeah, that's going to wrap up your pre-orders, guys, and hopefully I am... hopefully I don't get too tongue-tied, because we do got to talk about a cancellation, and then after that we're going to be taking a break and talk about the last two topics. But yeah, we do got one. We only got one cancellation in this episode, guys, and this was just literally announced. It is Ryan Blaney's 2020 Dex Imaging Ford Mustang. Now hold your horses. It's only canceled in the 124 Elite scales, so it's not like last year where it got canceled in the 164 and 124 ARC. But yeah, this car has only been canceled in 124 Elite scale. So for the ARC collectors for 124s and 164s, you're in luck. We're gonna have a Ford Mustang mold diecast with the Dex Imaging paint scheme. So that's great to hear. And yeah, feel free to comment below which paint schemes that I talked about so far that you guys like a lot. As now we're gonna take a short break, and then when we get back, guys, we got two topics to be talking about to wrap up this third episode of the NASCAR Diecast News 2020. Stay tuned. Alrighty, guys, so welcome back, and we got two very special announcements to be talking about, guys, and these are actually some good news. I mean, usually when it comes to announcements, it's usually a Lionel fell, or, you know, something gets screwed up, or we have some bad news. But for once for the diecast collectors who have been putting up with Lionel's crap, we finally got some good news, guys. Finally. So let's just say, I mean, well, first of all, let me go ahead and show you guys the news right here. Shout out to the NASCAR Diecast fans, because they did mention this on their Twitter, and at first I didn't believe it, but I did got my sources confirmed from Lionel themselves. And let's just say we got some good news, guys. For the 164 collectors, as you can see by this tweet provided by the NASCAR Diecast fans, that majority of the new 164s for the 2020 diecast, not the ones right now, but I'm talking about later down the road. I don't know exactly when this is going to happen, but we will have the Cup Series logos not only on the car, but also on the windshield banners as well. But like it just says on the tweet, we don't know when it's going to happen, but when it happens, I will let you guys know. But yeah, the return of windshield banners, guys, for the Cup Series. My God. But to make it even better, guys, let's just say it's not for the Cup Series. All three series will have the windshield banners. I mean, it is about damn time, because as you guys know, Monster Energy, we couldn't get the name banners on these cars. I mean, we've had the name banners, but not the title banners on the front, because the names are in the back of the windshield. But finally, we're going to have front windshield banners, and I must say, it is now a good step in the right direction for NASCAR Diecast, so that's awesome. So all three series, the NASCAR Cup Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, and the Gander Outdoor and RV Truck Series will all have window banners, so that is awesome. But however, though, for the NASCAR Authentics fans, they will not have the name banners. So I mean, that explains why they're only going to be $5 compared to $8 or $9 that you're going to pay for the 164 Gold Series cars. So yeah, so the only banners that NASCAR Authentics the NASCAR Authentics retail line will not have the window, will not have the Cup Series window banners. So yeah, that's that. But I mean, and yeah, I mean, when this news broke out on Twitter, like everybody on Instagram shared it, and I had to talk about it as well. And like I said, we don't know when it's going to happen, but Lionel has confirmed this as well on the Lionel Racing Forum, as I'm showing you guys right here. I mean, this is basically just what I just said. Yeah, all 3 series are going to have the windshields, and NASCAR Authentics is not going to have them. But still, really cool. It's going to give some people some variety of what cars you want to buy. I mean, you can go for $5 and buy the NASCAR Authentics cars, which have a white interior with no name banners, or you can get the 164 Gold Series cars, which will have the name banners and the title banners and black interiors. So, but as long as they don't put them on the goddamn PTC mode, because you know me, I don't tolerate that shit. But so far, it's looking good so far. And man, I mean, if only this news could have come out any more sooner, man. Lionel could really be in the right direction. However, though, Lionel might have some competition now for NASCAR Diecast, as we just know, as there was a tweet that just went around that was confirmed by Adam Stern that the NASCAR toy license, Far Out Toys, will be, well, they're going to start making NASCAR Diecast. And it looks like they are going to have a couple new versions of its Crash Racers, including a short track that is based off the Bristol Motor Speedway. So that's pretty cool. But for any guys out there who aren't familiar with Far Out Toys, they are the ones that made the Crash Racers retail line for Adventure Force. Plus, they also sponsor Noah Gragson's car. So it looks like Noah Gragson's like the diecast guy, because he's getting sponsored by Lionel and their competitor, Far Out Toys. So seems like Noah Gragson loves sponsoring NASCAR Diecast, so that's pretty cool. So Noah Gragson's definitely the people person, I can say that. But my God, it would be cool to have Noah Gragson on the Diecast news. If we can make that happen, man, that'd be awesome. Because I mean, heck, we could probably talk about NASCAR Diecast for a whole episode if you guys want that. If we can make it happen, we can do it. So you know, but it's all up to you guys, and of course Noah as well, if he somehow is watching this. But I mean, yeah, but. Yeah, Far Out Toys, guys, they are going to be making NASCAR Diecast, and it looks like they are going to be going to the direction like Spin Master did. They're going to be, you know, we don't have any confirmed photos yet, but Far Out Toys actually tweeted out, and they said that, well, first of all, they said, you know, thank you for the shout out, because a lot of people were really hyped up, and a lot of people messaged Far Out Toys like crazy. Heck, even Far Out Toys followed me on Twitter, so it looks like they are already creating a good fan base for the NASCAR Diecast collectors. So, I mean, heck, that's really cool. That's a great first impression for Far Out Toys. But it looks like they will unveil more details at the New York Toy Fair coming this 22nd of this month. So usually that confirms the good news, because if you guys remember last year, we did talk about the New York Toy Fair when NASCAR Authentics and Lionel had a little booth there, and that was when we first saw the mystery bags for the 187s. So I mean, looks like we're gonna have some more NASCAR diecast stuff to be talking about, but it looks like they're gonna be going the Spin Master route, like I just mentioned, and they're gonna be more of a toyish quality, but still, it's some competition, and this is something that I have been urging to get, because Lionel, man, I mean, with the quality they've been putting out, man, I mean, my God, it's just horrendous. And now that we got some competition, it looks like Lionel might step up their game. I mean, I'm not going to say Far Out Toys is going to be better quality or more accurate. Who knows? They might surprise us, because, you know, Spin Master wasn't that bad, and the Lionel bought them out. But also, like what I'm trying to mention is that this was also mentioned on Adam Stern's Twitter, is that the diecasts are only going to be released from Far Out Toys in a 2-pack. They're going to be released in a a 2 or a 5-pack. So kind of like what Spin Master did with their little memorable moments, or the Toys R Us 5-pack that they had. They also did a 3-pack too as well. So I guess they got inspired by that. Would be cool if they bring back those little collector boxes, because I do love those a lot from Spin Master. If they do that, then there we got a fan right here, because as you guys can tell, I do have some Spin Master cars with me. So Far Out Toys, man, if you're watching this, heck, let's make it happen, guys. And my God, this is just some great news, guys. I mean, I decided to share all the good news for you guys towards the end, and this episode's gonna be a little bit long, but I hope you guys enjoyed this, guys, and hope you guys are all getting psyched and ready for not only 2020 diecast season, which is here, but the 2020 NASCAR season is here, and hoping to catch you guys at the Busch Clash, as you guys are probably going to be watching it right now by the time I upload this video. So have fun, stay safe, and this has been OBB, the Diecast News Guy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, we'll probably talk about the Busch Clash on the next episode of the Diecast News. So comment, like, subscribe, and I'm going to go ahead and head out, and let's go racing, boys.